Thanks to GP Motorcycles on India Street in San Diego for letting me take out one of the most anticipated bikes of the year. I'm talking about the 2021 Aprilia RS 660. Check it out.
What is this little Easter egg you have here?
I call this the Optimus Prime bike because of the colors.
Yeah, it
just
really is.
It is, right? This thing is so awesome. It's from GP Motorcycles on India Street here in San Diego. It is the 2021 Aprilia RS 660. Now, I want to tell you something about this bike. This has 660 cc's, or 659 to be exact, yet carries at 10,500 RPMs 100 horsepower out of a motor of this size.
And it weighs all of
403 pounds with fluids. That is insane what this thing can do. It has 5 different riding modes. You've got track, it's got all these different modes that you can, it's got wheelie control, it's got engine braking system. There's so much to this bike. And you know these little TFT displays?
Right.
It's just such a small little display, but it does so much. You have individual riding mode, you've got commuting riding mode. Here, I'll show you here without getting in the way of the camera there. If you look right there, commuting, you have dynamic for, different dynamic riding.
This is a race bike with a license plate.
It really is. In fact, it's funny you say that. If you look here, you've got 2 GoPro mounts.
Sure.
And that is because I found out that this very bike from GP Motorcycles, they actually took this out on a track to test it. And I mean, this thing, even though you're forward, let me show you, even though you are forward on this bike, very far forward, by the way, it's like 32.9, I think, inches up. You can see I'm on my tiptoes, and I got short legs. I always say that to anybody watching, so you see what you're getting into. But it's light enough, it doesn't matter.
Right.
So you see I'm leaning pretty far forward.
Right.
But really, compared to the more aggressive forward-leaning bikes, these handlebars are a little bit higher.
Right.
And the pegs are a little bit lower.
Right.
So you're not so much like this.
Right.
And I'm surprised at how comfortable this is to ride because, and maybe it's because I have a gut, I don't know.
Yeah.
This really helps. It is. It really is. I don't have as much pressure on my hands as some other forward-leaning bikes that I've had before. But it's got quick shift. I mean, this thing, if you want to, you can actually not use the clutch.
Right. Well, this is a turn twister. I mean, this is a knee dragger. I mean, you can go up to Palomar Mountain in this thing, and you'll be grinning all the way up and grinning all the way back. But then again, if you just love this type of bike and you want to commute to work in it, you can do that as well, because it's sane until you unleash it.
And that's funny that you say that. When you hit that power band, and like I hit about 8,000 on the RPMs this morning, and I don't ride, I ride carefully.
Right.
But I wanted to see what it would do at about 8,000 RPMs. It scared me.
Oh, yeah.
It actually scared me. And I just went, okay, I'm good. I think this thing kind of dares you. It goes, you want to play? We'll play.
Well, you gotta get trained on a bike like this. Otherwise, you get it, it scares you, you get comfortable, and you crash.
Yeah.
You should take some form of training. Motorcycle I think Aprilia does have classes that you could take. I keep telling you, you need to go up to the streets of Willow with these guys sometime and actually put this thing on the track, and they'll teach you how to ride it on the track, which will enhance your riding ability on the street.
I totally agree with you. And in fact, to your point, this is the first bike that I've ridden that I would make the trip, an actual special trip to go take this on a track.
Right.
It's that good.
We got to go. How much?
It starts at about 11,000, can go up from there at GP Motorcycles. It's worth every single penny. This is
go
amazing.
ahead and get the monkey discount. All right, we're going to throw it to break, and I'm going to see if I can get Clint to do a wheelie from here all the way to the gate.
While I never pulled the wheelie to the end of the driveway like Dave wanted, the next day I captured something, at least in my opinion, that I could not have paid to set up. My son's in the car, he's got the GoPro mounted out the side of his window. And as I'm sitting at the light, this kid pulls up on a gas-powered skateboard. I found this very humorous. All right, so on to your display screen. I'm going to scratch the surface here. Upper left going clockwise, you've got your engine temperature. Then in the middle upper, you have your dynamic riding mode. And then individuals, very interesting because look at rear ABS, ATC, and AWC disabled. Aprilia traction control is disabled, wheelie control is disabled, and rear ABS is disabled. Then you have your commute mode. Of course, that's just going to give you better gas mileage. And on the upper right side of your screen, it's how many miles you have left on your tank. Of course, in the middle right, it's your gears. The bottom is the outside temperature along with the time. And then the average speed, as you can see there. Your tachometer, obviously, is above that. You see 0 miles per hour. And that's, again, just scratching the surface of what you can control with this display on the Aprilia. And I've got all the specs listed in the description below, but check out GP Motorcycles in San Diego on India Street. They have everything, man. Moto Guzzi, Ducati, they've got KTM, to name just a few, and all the gear you could need. Helmets and goggles, I mean everything. Tell them Clint sent you. I appreciate you watching. Please subscribe to Motorcycle Monkey on YouTube. Share it with your friends. Click the bell icon in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. It'll notify you when I have new videos. And if you've ever served this country, past, present, men, women, every branch, we love you. We appreciate you. Thank you. And God bless you and your families for your tremendous sacrifice. I'll see you on the next one, and ride safely.